everyone, welcome back to another video on my thoughts on movies and stuff. Last week's video, which is now this week's video, is on Coming to America, the sequel to Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. Wow, that is weird to say. It's been over 3 decades since Prince Akeem went to America in search of true love and found Lisa McDowell, a strong, independent woman from Queens, New York. In that time, they've had 3 young girls, Princesses Mika, Oma, and Tinashe. And although Akeem loves his daughters, his country's conservatism and his responsibilities as a prince have worn him out. And he has become almost as big a conformist as his father, King Jaffe Joffer. This is a real movie. And so he sets out on another journey to America in order to bring back a bastard son he has to rule the kingdom of Zamunda. A son he essentially had while drugged, which honestly makes it a case of sexual assault. But his son nonetheless, I guess. But before we get into that, why don't you go ahead and hit that big red button? Yeah, that's right, baby. Subscribe. We're trying our best to hit 1,000 subscribers, so go ahead and share this video with your friends and have them subscribe as well. We're almost halfway there, guys. Let's keep it going. Don't forget to hit that bell to be notified about every time we upload as well. And if you'd like to become one of the bros, join us on our Patreon. Patrons get early access, behind the scenes content, and all sorts of other perks. So come on down and let us hold $1. Also, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me after we didn't upload last week, or rather, didn't upload my thoughts video. I've got a lot going on back here, and normally that doesn't get in the way of things. But last week, the fatigue, I guess, it just caught up to me. I was really tired. I'm under the weather. I'm still kind of under the weather. I can't really hear properly in my left ear. And considering that I do make music, that is a bit of a concern. But it just feels like some random pressure. I actually hear pretty clearly. It just feels like there's something in there, even though there really isn't. That's too much information, but I'm okay. I'm okay, and the rest of the bros are okay. We're all okay. And sorry for leaving you guys hanging so abruptly. We're still here, and there's still so much more left to share, especially on our Patreon. All right, I'm done here. Let's get on with the show. Hey, bro. How are you? I mean, it feels like it's been a year. Relax, it's been a week. Really? Huh. I guess lockdown has ruined my sense of time for good. Can't blame you there. Can't tell how anything survives in the void. What? I don't know, thought you said something weird there, buddy. What? No, you just imagined it. When was the last time we saw each other? I think it was when we watched Coming to America. Oh, wow. Huh. Maybe we haven't seen each other in over a year. I meant the sequel. The sequel, yes. I see that now. Not the best title. It's good on the poster and such, but does not facilitate easy conversation. Indeed. And that's only the start of my problems with that film. Oh boy. Zamunda is racist. Here we go again. It starts with the same stereotypical African jungle opening from the first movie. At least it looks pretty. It's stereotypical. It's also kind of true, so I understand that I'm being a bit much. Johannesburg is the largest man-made forest in the world. So you admit that you're being a little... But we still have our own skyscrapers. We still have our own cities and towns. How is Zamunda a kingdom if all you see is the palace? Yeah, but what about... Whoa. Also, for a movie about going to America, there's very little time spent there. Don't split hairs. I'll split as many hairs as I see fit, sir. Someone has to. Lest they believe that Lindsay Lohan is our ambassador or something. They also opened with vegan jokes. Really? Vegan jokes? Why are vegans the butt of every joke? Because they're vegans. That's all it takes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Vegan food is really good food though. And they have the best interests of the planet at heart. So I can understand why you'd be upset. Just don't admit that in public. You're a good man. I got you, buddy. Let's talk about this impending doom coming to Zamunda in the form of Nextorian soldiers. What about them? Nextorian? next door? Come on. Yeah, but... Yeah, I don't know how to say that one. Because you can't. Whole film is a lost cause. But Wesley Snipes is in it. Oh, you mean son of a fluffer. Thank you. Listen, I don't know how Wesley Snipes did it, but he somehow played the best fake African I have ever seen. He was too good at it. I knew it was fake. I knew that it was Africa the country, yet he made me believe it. Yep, that's Wesley for you. Can't do no wrong with Wesley. Jang-a-lang, jang-a-lang. And how come the Queen only got her first speaking part almost 30 minutes into the film? It's not about her. Besides, she got her moments. I don't know. I didn't like that. I mean, she was the entire point of the first film, and now she's not. Let it go. You have no ground here, Elsa. Alright, fine. But if I have to let that go, then we have to judge this movie like a dance movie. What? How is that even fair? Why is everyone dancing and drumming all the time? It's like, do they really think that that's what happens here? Every major decision, set change, or character introduction does not come accompanied by its own musical number. We're not always dancing and drumming in Africa. Jeez, Africa's not a musical. Yeah. Except for The Lion King, Serafina, Black is King. Exceptions that prove the rule. Also, did you just mention Black is King in the same breath as Serafina? Trust me, I'm judging myself way harder than you could judge me. Good. What about Trevor Noah? It's Trevor. Of course we love Trevor. He could do nothing wrong. South Africa's sweetheart. Yeah, that was a really nice surprise. Except for the fact that they made him do news. Everybody knows that's Luis Ogola's job. Wow. Really? Really? Though I did have fun. The film itself is actually pretty funny, and I did enjoy the callbacks to the previous film. And Michael Blackson finally made it into Coming to America, so you know it's a win all across. And there's an element of reality to it. African fathers really do be just making their bastards join their main family like it's just another Tuesday. Heck, my dad just did it a third time last week. Though the best part was probably the royal hairdresser. What about her? Oh, she was smart. She was real smart. She spoke to the prince, made him feel welcome, made him feel comfortable, gave him the kind of support he thought that he couldn't have without her. Yeah. And then they elope? Bro, she secured the bag. Are you saying she's a gold digger? No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she did it for the money. I'm just saying she reminded me of Marjorie Tyrell. Yeah, but Marjorie seduced King Joffrey by... Oh my god. Oh my god! I rest my case. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Was Coming to America the sequel we'd all been waiting for? Or should Americans maybe stop making movies about fictional places in Africa? I know that Guy 2 really tore into it, but honestly I had fun. The sequel helps give this classic some new jokes and a new fresh feel, work on some things that they left open-ended or kind of untouched, and it worked. And as with most Eddie Murphy films, the narrative is simple, the message just as well. That doesn't necessarily take away from its charm though. It's still very charming and very funny. I also didn't have many notes on this film. This is probably the movie with the least amount of notes, which is surprising to me. While they were in Zamunda, Princess Mika, the oldest of the princesses, and Prince Lavelle, the bastard child from America, they wore a lot of interesting garments that I thought looked great, and they all reflected the colors of an African country's flag. So, for example, there was this one thing that Princess Mika wore that was clearly the colors of the Nigerian flag, and I think at one point Prince Lavelle was wearing the Kenyan colors, the Kenyan flag colors, which was amazing for me. I thought it was a nice touch. My brother not so much. He actually found it a little bit weird, kind of disrespectful, especially because at one point one of the characters steps on their clothing by accident and he felt like they were stepping on the flag, and I can understand why there'd be mixed feelings about that. Like the way he got upset, it almost felt like sacrilege. The movie has a lot of strong themes around identity and purpose, but nothing the first film hasn't already covered, so it did lose a little bit of respect for me in that regard. Though at times it can be surprisingly self-aware, especially at the times in which it questions its own existence, in how it's a sequel 30 years later that nobody essentially asked for. Another thing my brother said is that now we need a Coming to America 3, because now we need to find out what Princess Mika is going to do about who she finds for her husband. But beyond creating a need for another sequel and bad vegan jokes and good callback jokes, I think I'd give this movie about a 3 out of 5. I'd give this movie a 3 out of 5. You guys like that? I know I haven't done that before. You let me know. Do you guys want me to grade the movies? Let me know in the comments if you want me to grade the movies moving forward. But for now, that's all from me. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you absolutely hated this video, give it an even bigger thumbs up. As I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified about every time we upload. And after that, visit our Patreon and let us hold $1. The next video is going to be on Pacific Rim: The Black. It actually wasn't meant to be. It's meant to be on Buster's Malheart. But you see, this series made me so angry that I have to get this off my chest. So next week's video is going to be on Pacific Rim: The Black. Until then, I'll see you later.